Regulators are going to have to move. They're going to move much faster. And as they move much faster, they're going to lay down expectations of the registration process to become a digital security, a digital currency, a digital exchange, especially those three. Those are going to be hot buttons. And as that happens, what you're going to see is that 98% of the stuff in the crypto ecosystem is going to shake out. There's going to be a few strong players that will go through the registration process, and they will grow up to be a registered, fully disclosed currency.
MicroStrategy Executive Chairman and former Chief Executive Officer Michael Saylor is a top Bitcoin investor and advocate. Apart from being heavily invested in the largest crypto asset, both for his personal holdings and for MicroStrategy, Saylor has also dedicated a significant amount of his time to orange-pilling others about Bitcoin and the Lightning Network. In a recent Fireside chat at the Pacific Bitcoin Conference, Saylor gives his outlook on the direction of the cryptocurrency industry in 2023 and beyond. The renowned business executive explains that the events of the past year have made it inevitable for regulators to come into the space and get some real work done. Saylor adds that the focus on the industry will be a double-edged sword, taking out bad actors while laying some important ground rules for the continued existence of the digital assets industry as a whole. Regardless of what happens to the rest of the industry, Saylor believes Bitcoin and the Lightning Network will come out unhurt. In fact, he believes more mainstream players will be motivated to get into Bitcoin and whatever is left of the crypto space. In his interview, Saylor also discusses at length the idea of transferring value at the speed of light, a service which will be accessible to not just a few thousand people but all 8 billion inhabitants of the Earth. According to MicroStrategy's Michael Saylor, these and more are the exciting developments that await us in the future of the cryptocurrency space. Before we listen to Saylor's brilliant assessment of the future of crypto, please take a little time to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications for more videos like this. Also, ensure you drop your comments and observations in the comments section below. It helps with the YouTube algorithm so our videos can reach more viewers. Thanks for your support and enjoy the video.
Another big part of what's going on right now is the other side of this, which is investors in the mainstream are going to understand, based upon results, why a digital commodity is a better idea than a digital security. And that's happening in front of our face. 98% of the stuff in the crypto ecosystem is going to shake out. There's going to be a few strong players that will go through the registration process, and they will grow up to be a registered, fully disclosed currency, like a Circle or a Tether will have to become registered and regulated. There may be a few digital securities. There'll be a massive fight over what that means and what you can do with it. The digital exchanges, both the crypto exchanges and the DeFi exchanges, will have to register, and this entire Wild West environment will start to dissipate. It'll be like the meteorite that hit the Earth, 80 million years ago, and a lot of stuff will get wiped out. A few things will rise out of the crypto ecosystem that'll be cleaned up, and then a lot more mainstream actors will enter this space. Mainstream investors, mainstream banks, mainstream financial providers, registered companies, and the entire industry will take on a new character. And now, let's talk about the moving forward. Well, first, the ideas. The crypto industry has some good ideas. One good idea is a digital commodity, the ability to move something of value point to point between 20 billion computers at the speed of light and program it with final settlement. That's a good idea. It has not nearly been fully realized. At the point when 8 billion people are swapping value back and forth, and at the point where millions, if not tens of millions of websites are swapping value back and forth at high frequency, and I mean like 100 times a second, 1,000 times a second, million times an hour, billion times an hour. When that happens, we'll have realized the potential of a digital commodity, because that is the true internet of money, money over IP. And Bitcoin is the first asset that could serve as a digital commodity. and Lightning is the first open protocol that we've seen, open, permissionless, ethical protocol that has the transaction speed to traffic digital commodity. And of course, as we know, a digital commodity is something of value that moves through space. A digital scarcity is even better than a digital commodity. A digital scarcity is an absolute capped commodity, 21 million forever, right? If Bitcoin had been built without the halving protocol and it just kept adding 3 or 4% of the supply for the next 1,000 years, and it was otherwise distributed in an ethical fashion, it would be a digital commodity, but it wouldn't be a digital scarcity. In the absence of the real Bitcoin, it would be the best idea right now. But in the presence of the real Bitcoin in a market, the digital scarcity would actually get the majority of the money for long-term store of value. And the digital commodity would actually just be a short-term, convenient, maybe medium of exchange. It might be similar to like gold and silver, where gold demonetized silver, and silver couldn't hold its monetary premium. In any event, that digital commodity, that was a good idea. Digital scarcity is a world-shaking singularity idea.
According to Michael Saylor, the idea of digital scarcity over a digital commodity is not the only thing the crypto industry offers. During his Fireside chat, Saylor also discusses the amazing possibilities the industry has been able to unlock with the idea of a digital currency. He gives an example of what is happening in countries like Nigeria, Argentina, and Lebanon, where citizens are still robbing banks to access their savings. Let's get back to Saylor's interview as he discusses how Bitcoin and whatever is left of the crypto industry after a much-needed cleanup will revolutionize the old payment systems we use today.
The other ideas that the crypto industry worked on were a digital currency, and the most successful manifestation of digital currency is Tether. And the idea that people in Lebanon want some dollars, and people in Argentina want some dollars, and people in Nigeria want some dollars. And the only way you get dollars is with a credit card on a Western bank. And so for the billions of people that don't have a credit card in a Western bank, they don't get dollars. And you go to your local bank, you don't get an account. And if you do get an account, they steal your money. And if you have dollars in a bank in Argentina or in Lebanon, when the banks freeze, they will devalue your dollars, convert to local currency, and freeze it or steal it. So the second this other big idea is digital currency moving on 8 billion Android and iPhones between 100 million websites at the speed of light. And that's a mega idea. In the near term, it's a $10 trillion idea. And the reason that people use Tron or Ethereum or any of these other networks is it was easier to move digital dollars around, and Bitcoin didn't support digital dollars on the Lightning Network. So a lot of the energy came from digital currency that we didn't support in our ecosystem. If you put those digital dollars on Lightning and you secure Lightning with the Bitcoin network, that $1 trillion demand will be met on the Bitcoin network, and then it'll become a $10 trillion demand. And as Bitcoin is becoming a $10 trillion network, that digital currency network will become a multi-trillion dollar network as well. And both of those will spread to all 8 billion people. And what will happen is they will squeeze out the local fiat currencies. Everybody on Earth, they want to trade cross borders in dollars. Everybody. And if you talk to the people in the digital currency industry, they will say that the demand for the dollar is 100x higher than the digital euro. And the demand for the next one is 0.1%. So it's like 98% to 1% to 0.1% to nothing, long tail. So a lot of the crypto ecosystem has been fueled by demand for digital currency. The other thing that people want is they want digital tokens. It's like the musicians, the actors, the artists, they want to monetize their brand. And they're not evil people, they're not unethical people. They're people like Prince that said, look, the music record labels hijacked my image and I'm a slave to the record labels and I want to get my brand back. And so that audience of 100,000 major creators and millions of mid-level creators, they would love to tokenize their brand, and they actually went to the crypto ecosystem to do it because you couldn't do it on the Bitcoin base layer and there was no Lightning protocol to do it. And so they brought their notoriety and their marketing cachet to the other cryptos, where then they were monetizing some unregistered security token. And so the moral hazard is to try to do a good thing in the wrong way. Giving dollars to Lebanese is a good thing. On a altcoin, right, is a bad thing. Giving a token to a celebrity or an artist is a good thing, but doing it on an unregistered security is a bad thing.
As an infant industry, it is expected that there will be a lot of changes to the crypto space in the coming years. According to data from CoinMarketCap, there are currently more than 22,000 cryptos. Many people believe the industry only needs a few thousand. This is also an argument that several crypto critics, including top US lawmakers and regulators, have used against the industry. If this cleanup happens, as Saylor estimates, it would drastically cut down on the number of crypto assets and bring more developments to the space. What are your thoughts on Michael Saylor's interview? Do you believe 98% of the industry will be wiped out as he predicts? Let us know your thoughts and observations in the comments section below. Also, ensure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.